So, Arsenal 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. Kenny, you have seen 8 goals for Arsenal in the last couple of days, my friend. We started again like a house on fire. Tomiyasu again in the right place to set up Bukayo Saka. Great footwork, great finish. The captain, again, lovely left-footed finish. We've seen him do that all last season, outside of the box, ping it in the bottom corner. And you must have been thinking the same as I. This could be another 6.
Well, yeah, that's what we're hoping.
Missed chances FC.
Yeah.
And then very nearly, it could have been a different conversation, but we got the job done. What did you make of it, mate? Hopefully you're warm enough as well, mate.
No, well, yeah, I haven't got the layers on, but I've got my cap. I actually cut my hair because it's under sort of like spousal orders. But, you know, the game itself, you know, the first 5 minutes we scored a fantastic goal, break them down. And then, you know, 9 minutes later, you know, Odegaard scores a brilliant goal set up again by Zinchenko. I thought we had a good game. But again, when the game becomes so easy, that's when I think, you know, we're the choice, isn't it? We're the choice either going for the broke and, you know, going for, you know, like make sure we keep the foot in the throat, but, you know, kill them off, or we try and take the game away from them by giving them nothing to play with. And I think that's what we did after we got the first 2 goals. The first half an hour, we looked like, you know, we could have got maybe another couple of goals. But, you know, after that, I think what we did is that our shape was good. Didn't give them anything to do. Wolves' attitude was, you know, see, we can play through Arsenal. They couldn't play through us. So it became one of those sort of like chess games. And Arsenal's attitude was, well, you have to hit it long. But you hit it long, you're giving us back the ball. And I think that's what the theme of the game was, you know, for Wolverhampton Wanderers. You know, they definitely, you know, missed out with Lamina not playing, obviously missing Gomez. Massive losses for them. And obviously, you know, like Neto's a massive, massive loss in terms of the quality. I think for us, Declan Rice, you know, was comfortable. I thought Trossard was comfortable as well. Saka, you know, first half an hour, I thought he's fantastic. In fact, he had a good game overall. You know, faded was also set it off. But I was talking to someone about Bukayo Saka, and I thought, you know what, that's Gareth Bale in the future, where I do think that Bukayo is not going to be playing in that position for a long time. I think that Bukayo Saka will play in a more central position. I think he's going to, you know, I think, you know, that if he does play in a more central position, gets more space and carries on his development, we're talking a player who can score 15 goals, 20 goals a season, 15 to 20 a season without a doubt. You know, we've got a really good property in our hands, and that when it's flowing and when it's polished, you know what, we're very lucky. Trust me, you've got to wrap him in 2 players. You've got to wrap in Cotton Will. Him, because I think he's our main man. And 2, you've got to wrap Tomiyasu in Cotton Will as well. Because, you know, Tomiyasu came off 10 minutes ago with a bit of a knock. I'm not so cast. Oh dear me. Because I'm not. Yeah, if it's a calf strain, then it's.
Hopefully he's all right because he's been out for 4 months with one before, mate.
Yeah,
so
yeah, but
all right.
Yeah, but the thing about it is that I'm not worried about Luton because I expect us to beat Luton comfortably, and that's no disrespect for Luton, but Luton are where they are. There's levels and levels between Luton and other teams, the Premiership, let alone us. But the games I do worry about is Aston Villa away, Brighton at home, and of course the big game at Anfield. You need Tommy in all those games, and that's why I'm really, really concerned about, you know, the knock as well. Because you look at the, you know, drop off when he came off. Obviously, the game was already won, but you know, Benjamin White
as soon as he came off, they had a go.
Yeah, you see, you know, Tommy's just his position is great. He's quick as well, and he's tenacious in the tackle. And you know, he's one of the people that when you do get a storm, he's one of the people you want to be able to weather it, and that's why I just pray, keep fingers crossed that nothing happens to him. And it says a lot that we're saying that about Tommy because last season he wasn't in the picture, he wasn't in the conversation because you know, Zinchenko was playing well, Benjamin White looked like $1 million overlapping, but you know we're a different side, and I think there is kind of you know, a method in some of the madness where they say we are controlling games. I think what they mean is that we're more solid, that we're very difficult to break down, and I think Declan's
more methodical.
And I think Declan's part of that situation because Declan's excellent recoveries. Everyone knows he's good at recovery.
He's a pest. Mate, I said
He's
this
a
on
pest.
he's a pest. He's always got a toe in the way. He's always
Exactly,
there.
toe. Or what will happen is that it's either a shoulder or it's his strength or his height is in the way. And, even when he does lose the ball, they're not getting really clean ball. It's where he maybe loses balance, But, he's one of those things, a good property for us. But, all those parts, from a defensive point of view, don't work without Tommy Asu. That's how important he is to us.
Yeah,
that's
he's become a very important player for us this season.
Yeah, and you need those sort of players because at the end of the day, Tommy Asu probably won't get in a World 11. He won't get an All Premiership 11. He won't get an All Arsenal 11. But those are the sort of players who do help you from time to time win big games because of the fact that like I said, they keep things going. That's why I was saying to you on the podcast, I've always had my favourite players aren't necessarily the big names. People like Tommy Asu, people like Monreal, people like Mertesacker, or obviously Santi Cazorla. Like when you want to go to war, you take people like Tommy with you. You take people like Mertesacker with you. You take Monreal with you. You take Cazorla with you because they may not be the biggest names. Of course, Cazorla's a massive, massiff name. But those other three players, including Tommy,
you're getting a steady.
They got your back. They got your back, and I think that's why I've grown really, to really, really like Tommy Asu because I do see the difference he makes to our defence.
Yeah, mate. Honestly, I thought today again he was quality, and hopefully he's all right. But let's talk about the chances that we had because Gabby Jesus. I know he openly admitted that his goal scoring is not his strong point, but today he took it to a whole new level. Yeah, and he looked extremely disappointed to come off, which I like. I said this the other day.
Yeah, definitely. But
I like a player that's angry they're coming off. Yeah, and his facial expression summed it up. Yeah, I like the fact that listen, he's in the right place, but he's not burying him. Gabriel Martinelli today, I thought he played all right. Yeah, he was doing all the tricks and the flair and all of that. He probably should have scored. Eddie Nketiah, Martin Odegaard, I thought was brilliant today. By the way, that was
definitely. I forgot. Yeah, I thought definitely, and I thought the thing about Eddie Nketiah is one of those things where you want to horsewhip him, but the thing is if you're a striking coach, you say, "What do you do in front of goal?" He actually did everything right. It was just the accuracy. He did. You tell him not to welly. You tell him to sort of like place the ball. He's placed it, but he's hit the post. And I think,
but when you're not going to get many chances because
exactly. And I think that's the thing. And I think that's the thing. You're happy with the service he got, like the through ball. I think it was Martin who did it, and you're happy. You think it's a good strike, but at his level of his game, he has to score a goal because I say it. And I don't say it in a perverse manner. I don't say it in a critical manner as well. When you look at the way the team played today, when we're from an attacking point of view, one of the guy next to me, who I've known for years, he says there's a relationship between every player. That everyone knows each other's game. That when Eddie's on the pitch, it changes. Where it's a kind of we've got to get to know you. It's not just Eddie; it's Kivior as well. But the flow of the game isn't there with Eddie. So as you say, in order for Eddie to sort of like overcome those kind of limitations and overcome the lack of effectiveness when he's a game, you're right. He has to score for himself
sorry to cut you off. There was another chance as well. Saka was so greedy with it. Yeah, he should have squared it, and Eddie had a tap in. Yeah, I even said it on the watchdog. I called him a greedy bastard. Yeah, I was like, Saka, you greedy bastard, because that puts us 3-0 up, and then they probably have to score their goal anyway. Them little decision-making things there. I know Saka was like, the confidence is flowing. He wanted another goal. But it's like that there, if you square that, that is the difference between becoming and staying a very, very good player or going up to being...
It's about relationships. So you think about that. If that was the situation...
He probably didn't trust him.
Probably didn't trust him. But you look at the situation. If that was Haaland and Alvarez... Man City.
That's the goal.
Haaland, if Alvarez was in a better position, he would have passed Alvarez because he trusts Alvarez. And it's the same with Alvarez with Haaland. It's about trust. And you're right. It's about rating your opponent. Trust is not just so much, would you go to war for some? It's where you think, well, is he really good enough? Can I trust him not to, fluff his lines? And I think that's probably what it is. But, you talk about Saka, but he could have got a second goal. He hit the ball with that drive. And he actually skimmed the bar. And then there was another incident. Did you see that towards the end when O'Neill went up? Because you remember when Wolves got there a goal from Cunha, they had a cross and O'Neill was screaming for handball. And I think the referee, I don't know what it was like on your TV screen, but the referee stopped the game for a while, and that's why we got injury time. Oh, they checked it. So because I was but a lot of people.
Midriff.
Yeah, because that's what it was. A lot of people in the ground stopped because they're saying, why is the game stopped? I said, well, O'Neill's gone up, screamed for handball, and people said we didn't look like handball. So well, I think it did because they're stopping to have a look at it. But again,
no, it looked like it in real time, but
you know what I think it is that because of what's happened to O'Neill, and because O'Neill's going to go and reveal private conversations.
They've been absolutely ruined this
season.
They
have, but my beef with O'Neill was that I get it, but to reveal that, I had a private conversation with referee and you admitted you made a mistake. Well, it's not a private conversation, Gary. You told everyone. Yeah, you know what I mean? So that's very sneaky of O'Neill, because what O'Neill does is put referees under pressure to give Wolves something. So, as you said, that incident in injury time where the cross goes in, it's not a handball, but the referee's taken it because O'Neill now is the finale of football.
For him
so every decision he calls for is going to be VAR, because I thought it was low for a handball. I thought it was quite low anyway. It wasn't a case where it's in the air where you could think
above his hip. It was like
that's it.
Here. But very quickly before we wrap this up, because I know you're freezing, I know it's cold. Big up to you. I'm glad you've seen another win, mate. Who was your man of the match today, real quick?
I thought my man of the match. I think today I would say I'll give it to Bukayo Saka, because I thought it was a good game for him. But I know there's only a lot of people going to give it to Martin Odegaard, and I respect that. But Zinchenko had a fantastic game as well.
Quality,
even defensively, even defensively as well. But I'll give it to Bukayo Saka today, because I think I think it's his best game this season.
I thought he was class today. The last two has been really good, but listen, get home safely, mate, and we'll do. You going to Luton on Tuesday?
No, I'm not. I'm gonna. So I'll be able to do the watch. I'll be able to do player ratings.
Happy days. Get home safely, man.
All right, see you later. All right.
See you, mate.